Or before there's a revolt in the chat.
Oh man, they're getting upset. I was playing that college football game. Yeah, I was playing that college football game. I'm like, oh crap, it's 8:20. We need to get this game over with.
How you like the new one? I'm hearing a lot of people don't like the new one.
Oh no, for me, they improved everything. The shadows, the stadium quality. The shadows are really good. So, but yeah, it's good. So,
because I figure like, damn, they already fucking up college football. Like already.
Nah, they didn't do that.
It's what happens when you don't have competition, man. Lack of competition, man, is terrible, man. It's absolutely terrible. Here, let me start a poll. I want to start a poll sign. This one's gonna add a little spice to the podcast.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna like it. Hold on, give me a second. So what? Let's see. All right, this is gonna be funny.
Our still doesn't pop.
All right, the poll is up.
Oh man, what's it say? Oh man, you're being serious. I can tell you now, right now, it's not gonna be none of them. But all right, I like it though. I think it's funny.
Hey man, you told me what Nintendo means in English. Better get ready.
Oh, a friend of mine. Yeah, a friend of mine. He went to Peru. He just came back from Peru.
Ready. PlayStation Nation, you better get it ready. I'm telling you, you get it ready. That's the slogan for 2025. Get it ready, because it's coming. Get it ready, because it's coming. Whether you like it or not, we could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way. You're gonna get it ready.
Well, a friend of mine, he just came back. Yeah, he just came back from Peru, and I was just talking to him the other day, and he said Nintendo in Peru, because they have them in Peru. He didn't know that, and he said some kids were playing, and they said, "What are you all? Is that a Nintendo Switch?" And the kid said, "Yes," and he said, "And you pre-Palalo." So I'm like, "Oh, all right then, that's pretty funny." So yeah. Yeah, pre-Palalo. That means get it ready in Peru. Their language, that's what it means.
Prepáralo. Not pre-Palalo. Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish, okay.
He said Peru, it's Peruvian. It's Spanish. They speak Spanish.
Well, no, again, that's the way you pronounce it, dude. Pre-Palalo.
Prepáralo.
Get it ready.
You can ask me that. Prepáralo. He said prepáralo. He said prepáralo.
Some cool.
It's Peruvian.
Peruvian Spanish. He took it was the same, almost the same thing. He took some cool pictures. He went on an airplane.
We do have different dialects. Like certain languages, certain words are different. Like some. Yeah. There's certain words that are completely different. Yeah, but preparo means prepare. Prepare it.
Prepare it. Get it ready.
Prepare yourself. That's, or prepare it, baby. Papados, prepare it. Oh man, he said get it ready. He said it's Peruvian.
Yeah, that's what he told me. But he took some cool pictures of the NASCAR planes. That was pretty cool. He showed me those pictures.
Oh, Craig, you're so funny. Oh, Craig, you're killing me. Oh man. Oh snap. Oh man. Let me. So, welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Your only friend in these YouTube streets, PorterRock77. Right here, back with episode 339 of 60 Frames No Lag podcast. With one of the crew members here. The other ones, they're still trolling on Twitter, talking about Halo ODST. We're gonna talk about that. Helldivers 2 teasers, stuff like that. But anyway, of course, we got Craig Harris, top flight security of the world. Craig, right now, what you say? You're playing Assassin's Creed Shadow?
Oh yeah, Shadows.
That game is woke.
Yeah, I went full woke and played the college football game. But yeah, that Assassin's Creed is eating up a lot of my time. I need to finish Stellar Blade. I'm in the final 2 acts.
Okay,
so,
that game is great. That game is great.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm still plowing through pause, but I'm still plowing through Death Stranding 2, so I'm almost done with that. I'm trying to get that done because whatchamacallit, in about 2 weeks, Lost Soul Aside comes out, and I'm playing that. Yeah, I've been waiting 7 years for that, so.
Yeah, Metal Gear.
Yeah.
All
Metal
comes
Gear
out.
Delta is out there, but I'm gonna prioritize. Even though I'm a Metal Gear fanboy, I'm gonna prioritize Lost Soul Aside only because. Now, oh man, they already gave me a new name, Plowing Rock 77. Pow. Oh, snap already. Wow, that's quick, bro. Glenza don't skip a beat. Plowing Rock. He don't skip a beat.
Oh man.
But yeah, because I've been waiting since 2017 for Lost Soul Aside. That shit is so. You know what I'm saying? After that, I'll probably jump to Metal Gear Solid Delta because Metal Gear Solid 3 is awesome. That's just an awesome. That's a top 2 choice to me. Right now, the only game I would say that probably Metal Gear Solid 3 is a great remake because it is a PS2 game. But I think the next game, I always would love a full blown Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, modernized. And then of course remake. They're gonna have to remake Metal Gear Solid 4 because it's stuck. On PS3, that game is stuck. If you ain't got PS3,
is that Guns?
No, yeah,
Guns of the Patriot.
4, Guns of the Patriot. Guns of the Patriot is stuck on PS3, right? Maybe there's an emulation on PC, but for consoles, that game is stuck on the PS3. So they gotta get that game out of there. They gotta do a remaster, at least a remaster, to run it on consoles. But that game is stuck in there, right? But anyway, hopefully you're trying to get that through so that way could get to Lost Soul Aside, right? And look who showed up. We got the Judge, the Brain. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on with y'all, man? I'm good, man. How about you?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. How's everything? How's everything with you, man?
You know what, man? Everything is getting back to the regular. I'm just sitting up here. Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. I'm waiting for my wife's birthday. My wife's birthday is on the 21st, and then my daughter's birthday is on the 25th. And then I gotta do then we gotta do the school shopping. So I'm waiting for August to be over. Once August is over, my pockets will feel much better.
Okay. So that's a long way of saying your pocket's hurting. Oh man.
Not yet.
Not yet. You know what I'm saying? Man, my pocket's been real light this summer. There's no respect. No respect to the pockets. Oh man. But I feel you, brother. I feel you.
It's always the 3rd and 4th week in August, and then on top of that, my mom's birthday is that same week as well too. So it's man, like August is. For me, August and December is always the hardest months because then in December, my one son was born on Christmas Eve, and then my other son was born Christmas Day. So it's you know what? I'm not too sure, man, if it's poor parents or poor kids.
Oh man.
All right. Okay, that's cool. All right, I got to pick up a phone call real quick. But Sean King, what's going on, my brother?
I'm all right. What's going on with you, man? I just happened to see you live. Oh, it got quiet.
No, I'm here, Sean, man. How's it going?
It's been cool. I actually was playing Marvel Rivals like earlier. I was just enjoying that, and then I finally got a copy of Mafia Country, the Mafia game. Finally,
how's that?
I'm actually gonna play it tonight.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, you didn't play it yet. Okay.
Yeah, 2K just emailed me, so I was like, I was kind of surprised they sent me the game. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have to do this tonight.
Oh shit, they sent free review copies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
like nice.
Yeah, cause I emailed them like last week, but it took them a while. But when they actually responded, I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm actually gonna try it out tonight. But everybody been saying it's a good game. What I've been hearing from it.
Mm-hmm.
So what you been up to?
Man, you know what's crazy? I just went back and started playing Ghost of Tsushima to actually finish the main story. And then I also, I've been had it. I bought it when it first came out, and I also bought the Iki storyline as well too. However, I noticed I say all of that to say that I'm doing that to get prepared for Ghost of Yotai, and also I wanted to beat it, and as far as playing the Iki Islands expansion, I don't know. Maybe it's either me or maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. But the difficulty spike on the Iki Island expansion is it's much harder than the regular storyline.
That's true.
Is it that? Yeah. Is it that Legends thing I've been hearing about? Because I haven't heard about that. That might be that multiplayer thing I'm probably talking about.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking about. Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah. So I definitely need to play that myself because I do want to play Ghost of Yotai. That's another one on my list too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey, Craig, you was agreeing with me. I guess. Oh, my fault.
No, probably keep going. Keep going.
Oh, Craig, you was agreeing with me. You were saying that that the Iki expansion and Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, you can tell that. Yeah, as soon as you land in that first fight, it's like, okay, this is a little more difficult than the other fighting. But yeah, still a solid experience. So.
Okay.
All right, fellas. Okay, y'all ready to kick it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So to the chat, man. Okay, so the poll is up. Please don't hate me. make sure y'all vote in the poll and stuff like that. And of course, thank you so much for rocking out. Truly appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you so much. Of course, I have to ask. Please hit the like button and share this out across your favorite social media applications or wherever else you like to talk gaming to. I would truly appreciate it. And if you could consider supporting the channel by joining the membership, that would be truly appreciated as well. But most of all, I am absolutely glad you are here enjoying the content, whether you're doing it live or you're watching it at the fact. All right. So really appreciate you guys are here. To the panel, thank you so much for coming through. Let's talk about the first topic real quick. So Digital Foundry leaves IGN. Who here knew, be honest, who here knew that Digital Foundry fell under IGN, meaning they worked for IGN?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought it was Eurogamer.
Right? Nobody knew, right? So yeah, they are part of Eurogamer, but IGN bought Eurogamer a while back. And now I remember, reading the article. In fact, IGN bought a whole bunch of other people, right? And Eurogame was one of them. Ziv Davis. That's actually, thank you, Glassdoor Game. It's actually Ziv Davis, and Ziv Davis owned IGN, blah, blah, blah. So technically speaking, Ziv Davis, right? So when they bought Eurogame, I'm thinking, oh shit, they own Digital Foundry now, but I didn't make much of it, right? It is what it is. But now I guess Digital Foundry wanted to go independent. I didn't know what the cause of that was. I saw their video. They have a long video, so I don't know if I'm going to show it because it's a long-winded video. They don't get to the point, so there's no point in me showing in a podcast because you will have to watch the whole 15-minute segment. But to cut it down, they pretty much talked about how being independent will now give them more, I guess, ability and freedom to do what they want, I guess made it sound like, I don't want to say they were restricted, but maybe they had left and right lateral limits on what they could do. They also talked about how they want to leverage more into the PC audience, because they said they saw metrics where they do fine talking about consoles, but the bigger PC channels have a bigger, you say, traction, bigger engagement compared to console centric channels, and it's probably because PCs just has the bigger audience in general. So it seems like they definitely want to leverage more into PC conversations and stuff. But yes, they separate themselves from Eurogamer, IGN, and all that stuff. They are independent, so they're going to be looking into, you know, I don't want to say crowdfunding, but things like Patreon, you know, all that stuff. You know, they're gonna go more into the self monetary system. You know, probably more products behind private, you know, memberships and things like that. So you'll probably see that. So here's my question with saying that. Do you think some of the issues that some gamers complain about IGN, whether they're biased or they seem to like do stuff in a particular way, one way or another, do you think this will be alleviated now that they're independent? Do you think they could be more fair and balanced, or do you think it's going to get worse because now they're going to try to attract a certain loyal fan base so they could keep that revenue going by appeasing to that fan base? I'll start out with you, Craig. Which direction you think this could possibly go? Just your opinion for Zaddy. You used to call him Zaddy, right? That was your name.
Yeah. They'll be a little more balanced. It's the opportunity for them to be more balanced, because there's no doubt they were shilling hard for Xbox. So we'll have to wait and see what they do. I'm interested in what they say about the Hellblade 2 comparisons that are actually coming out now, and where Sony's console is compared to the 5090. I think that's a very interesting conversation. If I podcast tomorrow, I may get into it tomorrow. But I think it's an opportunity for them to be a little more balanced. And yeah, I'd like to see them cover the PC stuff. I do think that they don't cover that enough. You know, they don't give that enough attention. So if they're able to spend more time on that, that'd be good.
Okay. All right. The Brain. What are your thoughts? Do you think this is opportunity to them, you know, to really just break out a shell, or do you think, you know, they might even adopt the grift even more so?
Yeah.
Which way you think they'll go?
I think
the grift?
I go with. Yeah, I think they're gonna go with the grift even harder. Yeah. So first and foremost, before I even go with my reasoning, fuck Digital Foundry. I'm consistent. I'm gonna be consistent with that, and the reason being is because of, as I said before,
my man went Tupac.
It's some ironic statements. It's some ironic statements that you stated there. Not saying that you doing it purposely, but as far as their reasoning as to they got more freedom to be whatever. First of all, I think that they're going to still go with whatever gets them the highest amount of engagement, and with them being biased towards Microsoft, and also with them being more independent. If anything, they have more reason to be more biased because now they're standalone. They don't got either IGN or Eurogamer to back them up or subsidize them any longer. Secondly, for what I understand, when Digital Foundry first started, they were always I want to say that they were PC centric as far as like the testing that they did. I mean, if I recall correctly, they were using PC standards and bringing them over to console standards. Like nobody was ever before they came out, no one was ever zooming in 400 times to see the difference in the graphs between the the 360 and the PS3, and then continuing on to this very day during the 10th generation. And then lastly, going back to my first point, just because there is a a change in the guard, so to speak, doesn't necessarily mean that the culture, yeah, that's a good word, that the culture is going to absolutely change. The only way that can absolutely change is A, they truly make a genuine effort to do so, or B, there's some type of legal or some type of damn, what's the word I'm looking for? some type, I don't want to say punishment, but some type of consequence behind that. And since, I don't, and I know Digital Foundry isn't anything underneath like that. They have no reason to change. If anything, I still see it. I'll be surprised, but I still see it being exactly the same as it currently is right now, unless their audience unless their audience really gets on them, or if they see, the type of the amount of ad revenue they bring in. Because again, going back to the reason why I said F Digital Foundry, if I'm not mistaken, they were not all of them. I think it was Alex Vitalia that was part of that whole conspiracy to downplay the PlayStation 5, if I recall correctly, along with other journalists. And there was no pushback. There was no pushback. There was no blowback. There was no consequences to that. So if he's still there, he wasn't even fired. As far as, because I know I saw some videos of him in it previously. He wasn't fired. So as far as I'm concerned, I have very little reason to believe that Digital Foundry would change. The only way that they would change is, in addition to the reasons that I said previously, is if they had somebody that did exactly what they do, which would be NX Gamer. But now that I know that they were a part of IGN together, they need a competitor. A true competitor that that would make them honest. Otherwise, I don't see it at all.
Okay, all right, good point. All right, Sean, what are your thoughts? I think. Go ahead if you already know.
Well, as far as I'm piggyback what the Pope said is basically they will have some more freedom. So we just got to see what the wait and see approach and see what they do after. Since I know now they was under IGN, I didn't know that at first. So they probably might have more freedom to say what they want to say. So I'm like, hey, we gotta see what happens.
I like this. So Craig, he goes with they have the opportunity to be fair and balanced. Brain is like, nah, they grifting, and Sharky's like, yo, I'm Switzerland. I'm just gonna wait and see. You ain't gonna.
We don't know.
This is the most balanced I ever seen in a podcast before. Like literally, each one has. That is awesome. Sharky's like, hey, we're just gonna wait and see. They're gonna do what I do. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I will say this. I'm hoping, right? Digital Foundry will be more fair and balanced. I'm hoping. I'm gonna be honest. My biggest complaint with Digital Foundry is they compare consoles with the most high-end PCs most PC gamers don't have. Right? They paint PC in a light that's not true for most PC gamers. In my opinion, they should go for the most common PC hardware that the majority of PC gamers have and go with that. And show how, this is what the majority, or at least do both. This is what you get with the high end for the few of you that has it, but this is the most common configuration based on data off of Steam and all that. And this is the experience you're getting compared to the PS5, compared to the PS5 Pro, blah, 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 blah. That's really the only thing I think that consistently did that's wrong. Because they're painting PC in a light that, yes, potentially you can get that performance if that's the hardware configuration you got. The 4080, the 4090, got it. That is what you're getting. But majority of the PC gamers don't have that. So why don't you use the configuration that most PC gamers have so we can actually see the comparison of what the average PC gamer has with these consoles and the Pro and all that stuff, and see how they do and fare in this, more common market, right? That's really the only thing I have to say, in my opinion, right? And then also, like they had, flashbang opportunities that they could have taken advantage of, right? They take advantage of the flashbang opportunities that is negative versus PlayStation, right? Like, for example, the SSD. Remember when it went to PC, they started doing all this shit on trying to make Ratchet and Clank work on a hard drive, So they take those opportunities to do that content, right? But when the internet was blowing up with, a $700 PC can, do what a Pro does, they didn't try that. They didn't say, okay, let's find out if we could build a $700 PC and let's compare the games and see how it goes. Notice they didn't do that because they know goddamn well.
Yeah, Linus.
They know.
Linus did that. Linus did that.
Yeah, Linus, right? And even he does. And even he cheats. We don't need the full terabytes. No, you do need the full 2 terabytes.
Yeah, you do.
That's what
Yeah,
the
let's say you do
PS5
need
has.
it.
Yeah, we could go with a weaker. We could go with a weaker SSD. We don't need the same speed as the PS5's SSD. No, you do need the same speed.
No, you do.
Like you're trying to match like for like. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll just buy the CPU used. No, bitch, you ain't buying used. We ain't buying the PS5 Pro used. So why the fuck you buying PC used? Right? He does shit like that, right? And he still failed. That's what's funny.
And he still failed. Yeah, that's what made that funny.
That's what made it even funny. You still fell with all the concessions. Like how you fell with concessions, right? Motherfucker failed with used parts. Crazy. That dude made mad concession, and he's like, "Fuck, we still can't get it to match the Pro." But Digital Foundry knows that can't happen. I guarantee Digital Foundry knew you cannot build a $700 PC that could compete with the Pro. They knew, so they didn't do it. Because they don't want to make that conversation PC look bad. But they should have, because to me, Digital Foundry should be more gamer bias and knowledge bias. That is Digital Foundry, right? Foundry means foundry of knowledge, right? It's a wealth of knowledge, you know? So that's why they're calling themselves Digital Foundry, right? So, pass the knowledge. You've seen lots of gamers, lots of PC gamers talking about, I could do $700. Digital Foundry should be like, all right, we're going to show you knowledge. We're going to show you the truth. We're going to build a $700 PC. Take a look at this. And as you can see, no. So stop saying that. But they didn't do it. And that's what I say is what I hope they actually do. Like, do the real comparisons. Do the common comparisons. You know, show the gamers the average, the commonality, the things that are actually happening day to day, right? Let's hopefully they start doing that, so that way people could really see. Because I will say this, right? It's important to show what the hardware engineers, you know, the console companies actually do with their consoles and what they're bringing to the console gamers, right? But you will never see that if you keep comparing it to like the 4090. And I know, Craig, it's more powerful 4090. Stop it. Stop that trash. Stop that bullshit. We need real knowledge, and they could show. Okay,
that is real knowledge.
No, it's not real knowledge. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
My God, it's real.
Stop. Your brain's like, all right, we're not doing this. We're not getting down.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Show the real stuff, so that way people can see. Damn, these consoles are really doing a good job. But Digital Foundry don't present it that way, because every game that comes out, okay, and we're running a i9 4090 overclock. The fuck? You think?
And that goes, that's great. And that goes to my main issue that I have with Digital Foundry. I'm not too sure about Linus Tech Tips, because I'm not too sure if he's a journalist in the traditional sense of the word. But I do know
that's a good point.
Digital Foundry was, and to me, and this what makes me really, and that's why I go back and say F Digital Foundry, is because of the fact that if you're a journalist, you're not supposed to have no type of biases. You're supposed to be as objective and truthful as possible, and let the information speak for itself. And you hit on something on something, P-Rock, that I always thought, and I questioned it before. It's like, yo, why are they always comparing either Microsoft or PlayStation, graphics chipset to a NVIDIA, whatever generation NVIDIA was at the time? I said it's not even number one, it's not even the same, let alone being a graphics PC versus a console's APU. And then secondly, it's like, well, why won't they compare it to the equivalent or a higher end AMD GPU? At least that, to me, at least that would make more sense. So to me, I think, as far as, again, going back to Digital Foundry, F Digital Foundry, because of the fact that they are supposedly they're supposed to be a reputable journalist or gaming journalist, but they fed into the whole console war, to me, which is worse, because to me, at times they were worse than some YouTube pundits or YouTubers, and they just sensationalized everything. So I have no hope for Digital Foundry, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm done.
He said, all right, so we'll just see, man. We'll see how they we'll see how they're we'll get to it, man. I wish them the best, right? But I think they, hopefully they don't get into the support the grift mode, right? So that way they said, you know what I mean? So that way they could capitalize on a specific audience. But we'll see. Before the next topic, let's start hitting up some of these super chats. And we're going to kick it off with Glassdoor Gamer. Thank you for the super chat. Glassdoor Gamer says, PC gaming, a never-ending cycle of overpriced upgrades, overheating parts, broken anti-cheat, and games that crash harder than their social lives. Ouch. My man does not like PC gaming. Glitch with the super chat. He says, last FNL was terrible. Big Klaus said that PS5 players don't buy games and there was no pushback. Well, what he was saying, the games didn't, he did say PS gamers don't buy games, but he's referring to the amount of first-party game sales compared to the PS4, which is true, right? If you look at Spider-Man 2 sales versus Spider-Man 1 sales on PS4, not the remaster, PS4 sold better. It was like 18 million. Horizon Zero Dawn sold like 18 million. All right, they sold so well, but I think he's talking about the drop differences between the two. Like for example, Horizon Zero Dawn.
As far as the gap, that's always going to happen, though. I mean, that always happens in gaming. There are some games that defy that, but overall, that's what happened. I mean, they're like Call of Duty 1 to 2, 2 to 3, they did sell, but after that, they started dropping. So it's just
not when Modern Warfare came out, you know. But I think the main thing was, his point was that dramatic drop, and I mean, I could see maybe part of it, but he's saying, like, for example, Spider-Man, let's say, for example, Horizon Zero Dawn going from 18 million to like 10 million. God of War 2018 going from 18 million to like 10 million. You know what I'm saying? The Last of Us going from like 20 million to now Last of Us 2 going to 11 million. Those huge drops, even though the sequel's so great, because 10 million is nothing to sneeze at, but not repeating that 20 million, 18 million thing. He thinks that's a catalyst. You know what I'm saying? I could see some of that, but to me, the catalyst is just the change of leadership. It's just leadership change, and I think. Well, I mean,
Ragnarok sold 15 million units. Yeah. So it's it's a small. I mean, it's not 18, but it's roughly. I mean, was 18? But
that's Ragnarok with PC. People. But that's Ragnarok with PC. It's 15 million. Not PS5 by itself.
Not PS5 by itself.
No. Yeah. That's Ragnarok with PS4 and PC. Not PS5 by itself.
Yeah, it's across. Yeah. That's what they're gonna. That's what they're gonna do. But I know they sold 15 million.
God of War 2018 was 18 million on its own with just PS4.
No, I understand that. Yeah.
See, so I can see where he's coming from. Me personally, I'm more siding with it's just Totoki. He's just not a play. In fact, he didn't even grow up PlayStation. He came from other divisions. So as Extreme first looked it up, but he was never with PlayStation Studios ever. So it's not like he grew up in the culture as a young guy, grew up, learned, got mentored, by like the Andrew Houses, the Kaz Hirai. No. He was in completely different sectors of Sony. So he was never in the gaming business. It's not. Right. So I think it's just me overall. It's just Totoki. He has a different style of business. He sees things from a completely different lens, and some things he never embraced the gaming competitiveness space. And he's just, in my opinion, he just look at things like that shit. It's like Satya. Satya doesn't know shit about gaming, but he has business sense and he sees things like this shit don't make sense, so we're not doing it. Yeah. And when you're the CEO of the company, ain't nobody telling you other than shareholders, right? But the thing is, shareholders want you to execute your vision and they let you go. As long as they see money growing, they let you do what you do. They don't push back.
That's true.
As long as the ends justify the means. When the shareholder sees the stock, which Sony stock has gone up, right? I think that at its highest in its company history, so shareholders not going to tell Totoki shit because he's doing his job. The stocks are up, the company value is up, everything is up. So they're like, you know what? He's getting paid to make decisions. The decisions he made so far is helping Sony. So the shareholders are back, right? So there's no stopping him on whatever decision he wants. I think that's why, and I'm all serious. He's Sony Satya. He's Satya Nadella. He's going to make that company get more revenue, but he has a different outlook on certain things. He didn't grow up in the gaming culture. He just sees things different, you know? And that's why I'm saying more of these first parties going to go on Xbox, because in his mind, it doesn't make sense you have this game and it stops selling. And you're just going to keep it in just like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Keep it frozen.
To him, it doesn't make sense that they're just going to leave a product that they paid for and it's there. And they have a studio who's designed to port games, Nix's, and it's like no one's gonna make a decision to keep this game selling on more platforms. That don't make sense to him. Yeah. You know, and that's how I'm looking at it. I'm just simply looking at it just from the perspective of Totoki's like, wait a minute, you're telling me we can't make more money from old games that we have? We're just gonna let it die? No, fuck no. Give me my money. And that's how I see Totoki's running this business. He's going to take advantage. He's going to squeeze every penny. If he can get a penny from something, he's going to go after it.
He's going to squeeze it.
He's going to squeeze every Bitcoin he can from his products. Glassdoor Gamer, P-Rock needs some road spray for that Xbox infestation.
Oh man!
Yeah, y'all gonna be playing. Hey, listen, man, y'all gonna be playing Helldivers with them. So be nice. All right, they're gonna reinforcements are coming. You know, orbital drop.
Couple weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, orbital drop shot troopers are in.
Yeah, ODST's coming in.
Yeah, that's it. You know, Sean K, the King. Okay, my guy. Thank you. He says showing love to the podcast. You know, you're always welcome here. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Glassdoor Gamer. Digital Fine said they will cover PC because Xbox will be PC. I mean, Xbox will be PC. It's Microsoft. Xbox is Windows, man. It's Windows gaming. It's all Windows gaming. That's the future, right? They're going to get everybody to Windows gaming. Go gaming. Should we sell our PlayStation Pros? I'm absolutely going bonkers because I feel betrayed by Hiroki Totoki. No, you know, Pro's still the best console. So unless you're going to PC, if you're staying on console, Pro's the way. You know, it's the Mandalorian of consoles. Yeah. It's the best console. Unless you're going to upgrade and go to PC. That's the only, like, you got to go up. You got to go up, you know? If you're going to make a decision to leave PlayStation, go up. Don't go down. Going down is choosing Xbox. That's the wrong direction. You might as well just stay. You might as well just stay. You got to go up. You know, you got to upgrade. You can't downgrade. That makes no sense. Upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Go gaming. It's annoying. DF says Xbox Hellblade 2 has the best graphics on PlayStation. Did they? They said that? Nah, I didn't see the review. I didn't see the review. Oh no, I'd be like, I'm not watching that. But did they really say that? Nah, they didn't say that. I was promised that Death Stranding 2 was going to have the best graphics. Shit. Oh man, I was promised that Death Stranding 2 was going to have the best graphics. Well, but look at this. I think Go Gaming's lying. But look at this, Go Gaming. PlayStation is raising Xbox standards. Remember, I always said that when the companies have multi-platform strategies, they're going to adopt the audience they're trying to cater to. It's just a natural byproduct of the decision. If you know, when you make multi-plat games, when you're making games for other platforms, right? You have to consider those gamers too, because you want those gamers to buy the game. You're not gonna ignore the audience you're trying to sell to, right? So, for example, Microsoft realized that PlayStation gamers we don't put up with that lock 30 FPS creative decision bullshit this gen. That is not a us thing. That's a you guys thing. You Xbox gamers are good with that. You guys are cool with creative decision and being forced to play at 30 frames on your Xbox Series X. You guys are good with that. Microsoft knows that. But the moment Microsoft said, yo, we're putting games on PlayStation, they said to themselves, PlayStation gamers have higher standards in console gaming. We cannot release games at 30 frames. That's not what they do. If we do that, they won't buy our games. So they raise the bar. And that is why now you're able to play Hellblade at 60 frames. You should be thanking us. You should be thanking PlayStation gamers. Microsoft is going to give you guys a better experience because they have to give us the better experience. That's just how it is. You got to adopt the crowd you're trying to sell to. So now you guys don't have to worry about first-party games having creative decisions of 30 FPS. That's not a thing on Xbox no more because PlayStation raised the standard for you guys. You guys now, forevermore, will have game. Maybe not the Series S though. There's only so much we can do. All right, like goddamn, we're not Jesus now. We're not gonna make wine into water. I mean, we're not gonna make water into wine. Like, come on now, help us out here. This is just even we have our limits. But you Series X owners, you don't have to worry about first-party games being locked at 30 FPS anymore. That's a done thing. Microsoft, to cater to us and to meet our minimum standard, you guys benefit from that. So you guys are good. You don't have to worry about, it's a crazy decision. Those days are done. PlayStation got you. We raised the bar, and you guys benefit from it. So this, this multiplayer strategy is helping you guys out. You guys are doing good. You guys are gonna be fine. Series S. Yeah, it's out. That they just lied to you. You should not have bought that. You should not have been into that bullshit. Should have never bought it. But the Series X, 60 FPS here on out. There's no more creative decisions. That's not a thing. You got the PlayStation standard now. 60 FPS at a minimum performance mode. That's the PlayStation standard. Who knows? Maybe now they might even take it a step further and they're going to give y'all the VRR high frame rate mode. So you get like the 40 FPS upgrades or unlocked frame rates. You might get that because that's how we roll. So who knows what they might actually do on Xbox because of us. It's a good thing for y'all. Go Gaming, a foundry is a workshop or factory for casting metals, for your information. Thank you so much. Yeah. And then shout out to Go Gaming. He gifted a total of 20 memberships to the chat. So if you received a membership, give Go Gaming a shout out. Tell them thank you. Spam the avatar Porter Rock smiley, the Porter Tar smiley. All right. Thank you so much, Go. I really appreciate it. Vedger, I believe that Spider-Man will go to Xbox first, but not to Game Pass. So as Craig the tech guy, the inducer says, you better get it ready. None of these PlayStation games going. None of these games are going to Game Pass because Sony's trying to make money from sales.
I think people's problem is that's up to Marvel Games to do that. If Marvel Games goes to Sony and says, yes, we want you to port this over to Xbox, then that's when you'll first hear about it. It will be from Marvel Games because they own Spider-Man. Sony just has a exclusive deal to make the game, and then they can publish it to whoever they want.
Yeah, but Sony's going to do it. Yes, Sony's not going to wait
for
Marvel. Sony's not going to wait for Marvel. They're just going to do it.
Yes, they have to. They have to wait for Marvel.
No, they don't. They're just going to tell, hey, Marvel, we're also going to develop Spider-Man for Xbox. Marvel's going to be like, okay, cool.
Well, that has to be Marvel's the parent company of that, so they have to make that decision. So again, that's the reality. Sony just it's not like what? It's not God rule.
So if Sony walks up to Marvel, be like, "Hey, we're gonna port Spider-Man 2018 Xbox." Marvel's gonna be like, "Let me think about this." No, it's gonna stay exclusive.
It won't be Sony. Sony does not have the ability to do that. Marvel has to. Marvel owns the game. Marvel owns that game. They own the intellectual property. So Marvel Games has to okay that. Then Sony would. Yeah, Sony's not going to say no. So that's the way that would work.
But I'm saying, let's say Sony's the one with the idea, and they approach Marvel saying, "We want to port Spider-Man."
Who knows what Marvel's going to say. But as of right now, Marvel has to.
What do you mean?
I'm saying, who knows?
Who knows? You think Marvel's gonna be like, nah, son, that shit stays exclusive to PC and play? You're telling me Marvel has more interest in keeping games off Xbox than Sony?
I didn't say that. You're talking about something totally different. You're talking about something totally different.
Stop it.
No, you're talking about something totally different. In order for that to work, Marvel Games has to.
Craig, I understand. Marvel has IP rights. I understand that. We all understand that. What I'm saying is it doesn't take Marvel to actually get Spider-Man on Xbox. Marvel will be all about it.
They have to okay. They have to okay.
Marvel
that's fine if they okay it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's okay if they come about it. Because again, look, Mark, look, you can look at the MCU.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Let me
ask you this. Sony had no issue getting the game on PC. So I don't think they'll have any issue getting the game on Xbox either. I don't think that's a problem.
That's different. You can look at the movies.
It's not different.
Sony,
it's not different.
It's the exact same thing that Marvel wanted. Disney wanted Spider-Man in the MCU, and Sony said no. Then finally, Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige worked out a deal. But Marvel just couldn't cast that role, and it's the same here. Sony just can't arbitrarily strong arm Marvel Games and say, well, we're going to do this and we don't care what you say. Marvel Games owns that. So if Marvel Games owns this intellectual property, they have to be the ones who make the decision to port it. And then they can ask Sony to port it over through Nix's.
But here's the question, though. Hold on. You're assuming that Sony doesn't already have the rights to decide on these specific games on where it goes. What if they already have that in the clause? What if Spider-Man?
That's assuming facts, not an evidence.
Okay,
that's assuming a fact, not an evidence.
But you're assuming that they don't.
Well, no, I'm not assuming anything. I said that Marvel Games is the parent company. So if you're saying that, well, the parent company has relinquished rights, I'm simply saying there's nothing to indicate that. No, but if that's where you want to go, that's fine.
I'm not saying relinquish rights. I'm just saying that as part of the agreement between the two companies, they say, hey, you can produce 3 Spider-Man games and you are allowed to publish these games wherever you want, just as long as we get this cut.
Well,
because I'll be honest.
That's different. That is different.
I'll be honest. From a business perspective, it doesn't really make sense that every time Sony goes, listen. It doesn't make sense. I'm just saying from a business perspective. I'm just looking at things from a business perspective. It doesn't make sense that every time Sony wants to pick a platform, that a game that they're developing and develop for a platform that they always have to come back to the table and be like, all right, let's go back to the table and talk about this. All right, hey, we want to put in this table. All right, we got to go back to the table. It's probably just much.
Again, it's not the way it works. It's not the way it's going to work.
How you know? Why wouldn't it work? Is there a constitutional law that says they can't come with that agreement?
The people who own the game, in this case, is Marvel Games owns it.
I don't think Craig understands. Extreme, do you understand what I'm saying? I think I'm pretty clear what I'm saying. I don't think Craig understands what I'm saying.
Sony can arbitrarily go. Sony can arbitrarily go and say, well, we're going to publish this game. That's fine.
Your mic, your thing is way messed up. You're botting. That's because you're not understanding. So the internet's like, you know what? Get this dude out of here. He ain't getting it.
I understand. That's not supposed to work.
Let me put it this way. Let me explain. Maybe because there's also simplicity to business. Yeah, I know. There's simplicity to business too, right? We can't act like there's no simplicity to business. It could be like this. Hey, Marvel's like, hey, PlayStation, we want you to make a game. Pick any game, whatever. Hey, we want Spider-Man. Cool. And we're gonna have Insomnia. Cool. All right, here's the deal. Maybe it's a 3-game deal, it's a 4-game deal, whatever the quantity. We don't know the quantity. Let's assume it's a 3-game deal. All right, for 3-game deals, you have the rights to Spider-Man. You have exclusive rights to Spider-Man during this period for this quantity. You have the authority to publish the game where you feel you want, just as long we get X amount of the revenue from where you ever publish this game. Sony's like, yep, we agreed to the terms. We'll take it. We'll do a 3-game deal. We have the publishing rights. We decide where these games are published. Wherever the game is published, you get X amount of revenue plus royalties plus whatever. They're like, yep, we like it. You love it. Boom. Sign the deal. Bam. Now PlayStation, Sony got control for this game for the time.
There's no proof of that.
Listen. Listen. For the time they are allowed to have the game. Because they're not going to have the IP rights forever, but for the time they're allowed the game, this is the condition, this is what they're able to do, which allows them to make moves, which is why they were able to make the game for PS4, now make a game for PS5. Oh, we're able to port it to PC. Hey, we're able to port it to Xbox. They're able to have this freedom of movement because whatchamacallit, Marvel
So you're saying
allowed them doing this thing.
You're saying that Marvel games, in order for them to port it to PC, Marvel games had to sign off on that. That's their property, Porter. They just can't
No.
strong arm.
No. He doesn't understand. Craig doesn't understand.
I understand. I do understand. It's a
one,
3.
Listen,
that's a 2.
Listen.
Sony does not have ownership. That's
Craig,
the problem. That's the whole
Craig.
argument. Is that
All right, let me help you out. Let me help out, Craig. Craig, let me help you out so you can understand. No, you don't. Let me help you out. Let's say I have Batman rights to Batman, and you want to make it for the Craig console. I own Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm DC. I own it.
Right.
But you want to make it for yourself. I'll be like, cool, this is going to be the deal. You will have exclusive rights and publishing rights for 3 Batman games. I am allowing you for those 3 games to decide where you want to publish it. That doesn't mean I'm giving you absolute forever control. It's just you have control for the time period I am allowing to you. And the time period is 3 games. So for 3 games that you develop, you have authority to publish. My only stipulation is wherever you publish the game, I want to cut. Wherever you put it, I want to cut plus royalty fees. Now the deal's set. So now the deal's set. You now have control for 3 games to develop and publish it where you want. Don't come bother me. I got other shit to do. My HBO Max is failing. I ain't got time to talk to you anymore. Just give me my money. Do what you want for 3 games. Do what you want, Craig. All right? If you're going to call me, it's to tell me the check's in the mail. Don't bother me. I gave you control for 3 games. After the 3 games are done, you no longer have control. We got to come up with a new deal. That's all I'm saying. And that makes sense. Why the hell do I want to keep being bothered? Hey, you're going to wake up 2 in the morning. Hey, we're going to put the game on PC. Put it on fucking PC. Why are you bothering me? Don't you see HBO Max is failing? I ain't got time for this shit. Click. You ain't got time to bother me with this shit. You have an X amount of deal. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, which makes sense. That's not saying Sony has permanent control of Spider-Man. It's control of what they have during this time period while they're making the game.
You're assuming it's a time deal. It's the first assumption. You're assuming that.
All right. So you're saying this is
no?
permanent?
I'm saying I don't know. No. I said I don't know. That's why I said the parent company. Hold on. That's why I said the parent company. In this case, it is Marvel Games would have to sign off on that first. Then Sony would be able to publish to whomever they wanted, including Nintendo. They want the game.
That could be it. And that could. But no, I agree. But the method of how they done could be different. Nothing says that's not part of the agreement between the 2 entities.
I didn't say that. I said
you said that if Sony has to put a game on Xbox, they have to go back to the parent company, meaning they don't already have a deal in place.
In that case,
they have that decision. You don't
because
know.
You're assuming. Well, I said that. Hence why I'm defaulting.
You're assuming too.
I'm defaulting. No, I'm just defaulting to the parent company. That's it.
You're assuming they already have. Listen.
All right, so your entire argument is based on an assumption.
You're assuming too. You're assuming.
I said I don't know.
You're assuming they don't already have that.
I do not know.
You're assuming they already don't have a deal in place.
I'm saying
listen,
I don't.
Let me put it this way. Ultimately,
an assumption.
Hold on, let him win. Let him win.
But you're arguing assumption too. So you can't be mad at me.
Let him have
There is only one fact. Hold up. There's only one fact. There is only one fact. There is only one fact. There is only one fact. Only one fact. Marvel owns the Spider-Man game IP.
Yeah. That's the only fact here.
That's it.
That's what I said.
Everything else is an assumption on the deal between
Sony
and
I understand. Okay, I understand what he's saying.
Listen, the only fact is Marvel owns IP. Besides that, However, the deal between Marvel and Sony is all assumption. Whether it's game by game or a long-standing contract. Do we agree? Is that not agreeable?
Yeah, based on disclosed. Yes, based on what's disclosed. Okay. Marvel Games owns Spider-Man.
We're not doing that. You don't have to disclose Marvel, that. We know Marvel owns Spider-Man. We know that. What's there? It's not
Sony
a secret.
Sony has exclusive publishing rights.
Hold on, let him have it, man. Let him have it. It's okay. Let him have it. It's fine.
Stupid.
It's okay. I don't even like saying agree to disagree, but let's just let him win. Let him win. Okay. What did I miss?
First, let me do the super chat. I'll ask the last quick question. And then finally, Ledger. I believe Spider-Man will go to Xbox first, but not to Game Pass. Yeah, we already said that one. And then Go Gaming. Let's see. Did Go Gaming have another? I think no. That's it. I think. Let me see. It was there. It's not on the screen. Okay, here we go. P-Rock. Xbox has Game Pass. Nobody cares about graphics. Everyone on PC has crappy PC. Check the stats. I can't believe it's over. P-Rock. Amen. Nobody cares about graphics. Nah, stop it. Go. Unless you started trolling last year, cut that out. Nah, I'm not letting that shit go. After the shit Xbox did in 2020, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, y'all care about graphics. Don't give me that bullshit. Y'all don't only care about it now because y'all got beat the fuck down. That's the reason why. Don't give me that bullshit. You must have been on the internet last year. Boy, you better go watch Real Deal Xbox. All of 2020, they got a whole library. Go watch Cole's Eastwood channel in 2020, all his 2020 content. 2021, go watch all of it, boy. It's power. Don't give me that bull. No, I'm not letting y'all off the hook. Y'all give a fuck. It's that we beat the shit out of you in terms of power. Y'all got fucked up. Now it's like, I bought it for Game Pass. Y'all ain't buy that shit for Game Pass. Y'all didn't have shit in 20. What the hell y'all had on Game Pass in 2020, 2021, 2022? Xbox finally getting the games on Game Pass, and it so happens to be the same year they're on PlayStation. Man, get out of here, Go. Stop lying, Go. Y'all care about graphics. Y'all already starting it. We already seen it. The next Xbox more powerful than PlayStation. It's already happening. Y'all care about power. No, come on, my brother. Come on, let's be real. Y'all care about it. Y'all already Mads. What is it, Mads Gaming? He's already on his shit. He's already saying, rumors, an Xbox more powerful than the PlayStation 6. I'm like, wow, this guy hasn't learned. This guy hasn't learned a damn thing.
Yeah, he's been gone for...
Go, before you jump on that train. Yeah, before you jump on that hill, before you jump on that grenade, I highly suggest you go to Cole's channel, click on Sort by History, start looking at his 2020, 2021 content. These Xbox cats was knee deep. I mean, these guys act like they were building the console themselves, bro. They were talking about, they were saying shit that they don't even understand, bro. I mean, it was insane, the shit they talked about, day after day after day. You know what I'm saying? I think you're muted. You muted, Craig? You said something? Or you good?
Oh no!
Okay,
I was saying that the reason Matt's gaming. He just came out of the blue over the last. He'd been gone for 3 years, and now he's out of the blue talking about power.
Now he's back, and what's the first thing he's talking about? Power.
Yeah, power.
That dude don't learn, bro. You would think the ass whooping he got over this power shit. Where do you think the tools damage control came from? Who you think that alone lasted 2 years? Yo,
yeah.
The tools, it was wild. All right, so now, real quick, I just want your quick opinion. We moved on from this topic, but Digital Foundry left IGN, so they are now independent. Do you think, Extreme, this can now give them an opportunity to be more fair and unbiased, or do you think they will sink into the grifting lane?
Oh, grifting.
Oh shit! So we got two people with grifting. That's what the brain said. Why? So give your thoughts.
Who else was right?
The brain. I'll give you one
definitely.
hint. I give you one hint.
Grifters now. Why would they stop? It's what's been working for them.
Even as an independent, you think this won't give them the opportunity now to be like, oh, we're gonna do what we want to do?
Reasons to grift. Like,
oh
are
shit.
you serious? Now they have to. Now the survival depends on it. If anything, being paid, being salaried workers, it meant that you could be more partial. It meant that your survival, I guess, wasn't directly affected by how many click-throughs and how much engagement you can produce. I mean, listen, if Digital Foundry actually decides to be better, then absolutely fantastic. And then we can say that the corporate overlords were the ones putting pressure on them to generate, I guess, all of this buzz. But from where I'm standing right now, I don't believe in rehab. They're just gonna fall. They're just gonna plunge into it. And why wouldn't they? They've been what is it? They've been so rewarded for it, right? And I think MBW Doughboy in the chat asked what kind of grift. Listen, here's the thing about my issue with Digital Foundry. They are not consistent across the different platforms and across the different games that they analyze. The scrutiny that they give for a game, usually, especially the contrast is starkest with a game that is made by a PlayStation studio versus another game that is made by an Xbox game studio. Usually the contrast is the starkest there. But even with certain other titles, they've definitely been softer on games that have been more popular. Like, for example, I think Elden Ring, they were like extremely soft on because it was taking over the world. And, if you said anything bad about Elden Ring when it was released, I mean, the internet had your ass. So, versus other games where even if they're third party, they may not be as revered in the community. So then they kind of put just more scrutiny towards it. But they're inconsistent across pretty much everything, and Charlotte King Thrash, she made so many documentaries about, just that inconsistency and that lack of integrity, and also here's another thing. Besides that, I don't like the fact that most of the time they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. And they just say a bunch of techno jargon in order to hide their ignorance, but they really don't know. And a lot of the times they don't even go to the extent of actually asking the developers what it is that they're actually trying to implement in a particular game. If it is something that is supposed to be new technology, they just kind of take the developers at the word. They just say, oh, well, this is going to use this and this or that and shader this and shader that, techno jargon, techno bubble, blah, blah, blah. But if you actually look for substance, there's nothing there. Now, there are times where they do provide insight, but that is usually when they've done their homework, when they've actually talked to the developers and they've actually gotten something concrete out of them, then they have something to say. But I think they put out this idea that they are tech experts themselves. And while I will not discredit the fact that they are knowledgeable about, technology in general, most of the time it's very surface level. Like, you really don't get much more out of them than you did out of just your own assumptions. Because if they're just going to repeat their marketing spiel 80% of the time, it's not really adding much, is it? But hey, like people that are actually, for example, NX Gamer, I think he's just got a lot more. Like, he tries to talk only within the things that he actually knows. So that's a lot better. And he's a lot more consistent across the titles. I want to say a person like Moslaw is dead. He also knows a lot more about his area, and he does, he tries to go out of his way to not say things that he doesn't know about, or to at least say that, hey, I'm assuming, or this could be leading to this or to that. But no, Digital Foundry as a resource, I think is a pest. I want them to do better or to fail. So yeah, I guess that's the way that I see it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right. Listen.
Oh, Machine XP say that they know how to measure things. Listen, if you have equipment, then you know how to measure things too. So that's perfectly fine. But they are not experts. Like, I'm sorry, expert is like, you actually have to know shit to be an expert, not just spill a lot of techno babble. Like, listen to their podcasts. Most of the time, they just throw terms around and are like, oh, yeah, it could be that. It could be that. Or it could be this. Or it could also be that. But if you really think about it, it could also be the other thing. Only if it's not that other thing. But it could be the thing that we said before about 3 times earlier. So, yeah, between all of that and this and possibly that, but definitely some of that, possibly, maybe, indefinitely, something like that, is the reason why you're seeing this. Maybe that. That's them.
Okay. All right. So now everybody's topic, and now let's talk about the next topic. Here's
wait, Paulo, what do you think? Do you think they're going to be more fair and better?
No, I'm hoping that they'll get better. It's just a hope. I mentioned my actual biggest issue, and I mentioned, I'll just recap it real quick, was pretty much, like, I know there's a little bit of grifting, whatever, but my biggest issue was they didn't really analyze stuff for the common gamer. Like, for example, it was like PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and PC, but the PC they used was like a 4090 or 3080 Super. Like, most PC gamers don't have that rig. So, yeah, like, PC is always going to look great if you have the highest rig. To me, it would have been more, how would you say, beneficial and understanding for gamers to see the more common hardware that PC gamers are actually playing with. You know, like whether it's like the 3070 or whatever. So that way you can see, hey, this is the common hardware that's among PC gamers. PS5, this is how PS5, Xbox Series X holds up. And then gamers will be like, oh, okay. Because I think when you put the consoles up with the most powerful PCs, you're actually doing the consoles a service. You're not giving the consoles the opportunity to shine, and so that way gamers could be like, man, you know what? Damn, that's actually not bad. You know, a $500 console doing that compared to the most common PCs, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? By putting in extra 4090s, you'd be like, oh my God, look at the shadows, look at the effects, man. Consoles blow, can never keep up with PC. Well, yeah, you compared it to a $2,500 video card. So you're making the console look bad. If you have the console compared to the most common PCs within its weight class, the ones that most PC gamers are using, you can see that there's probably not a huge stark difference, or the difference is definitely not as big as what you get with a 4090, where they'd be like, oh yeah, we're playing this game max settings, 4K, 120 FPS. That shit's not the most common thing for PC gamers, right? Let's see what's most common. I think now they're saying the 3070 is the most common GPU among NVIDIA users. Let's see how the 3070 stacks up to the PS5, to the Pro, whatever, which is the most common. And I think what that does is it gives gamers, right, even if they don't own the console, an appreciation what these companies try to do by putting more powerful hardware. But if you take these consoles and always compare it to a $2,500, $3,000 GPU, it's always going to look weak and inferior, right? So when people say, oh, these consoles are weak and inferior, yeah, compared to a $2,000, $3,000 GPU, it is. But how about compared to a common PC configuration? How does a console stack up? That's how I felt what Digital Foundry should always done, right? Another thing, they always grab onto like the hot trend, right? Like when Ratchet and Clank got one on PC, they jumped on the hot trend, like, oh, let's see how this game runs on a hard drive. You know, they were real quick to do all that shit, right? And low SSD, right? But when the hot trend of, oh, $700 PC can do what a Pro did, how come they didn't jump on that hot trend? They ignored it. And they ignored it because they know goddamn well ain't no goddamn $700 PC gonna keep up with the Pro especially at the time of launch. It will get smoked and it will look stupid. But they didn't do it because they didn't want to present PC that way. You know, so I have a feeling that if they do grift, they're gonna grift towards the PC crowd. Absolutely dive deep into the PC crowd. They're gonna grift in that direction if they do grift, right? But to my opinion, they should have jumped on that hot button. That was a hot topic. That's literally hell. That's what literally Digital Foundry is made for. Oh shit. The hot news right now is $700 PC versus the Pro. Let's jump on this train. Let's do it. Let's do a Digital Foundry analysis. Let's find out the truth on this $700 bill. They didn't do it because they know that if they would have built a $700 PC and compared it to the Pro, it would look stupid. And they probably didn't want to piss off PC gamers. So they avoided it. Facts. That right there. So I'll be honest. Now that I'm talking more about it, I think you're more right. I think they are going to at a minimum, they're not going to piss off PC gamers. At a minimum, they're not going to do that. Any situation where a console can look good in the shining light, they're going to downplay it or ignore the topic altogether. So Facts. Yeah. So you're probably right. All right. Next topic. Be fair, Brain said it first though. He said, "Fuck Digital Foundry." He came in. He didn't believe that bullshit for a minute. Here we go. Gordo P23, he said, thank you so much for the super chat. Gordo said, grifting for Xbox and PC has been too lucrative. For anyone who has tried, Digital Foundry will be no different. So even Gordo. I mean, yeah, I can see that. And Noah Osborne, I'm here to watch M lose exclusives and cry about it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, Noah. Man. I mean, these Xbox guys, they like feel our pain. You know what I'm saying? You know, but here's the biggest difference, right? I would say you got your portion of it. Like so far, from what I see on Twitter, it's like a 50-50 mixed crowd. You got your portion of fan base that's just not seeing the truth, right? And then the other side, they completely see the direction Sony's going. And some of them I'm thinking, all right, depending on how PlayStation move, we're out of here, or we'll just stay, depending on certain things, right? The Xbox guys, they were not like that. They refused to believe their games will go on PlayStation. All of them. None of them conceded that Xbox would go third party. None of them. They were all in. They were all locked in. They held the line, and they all died. They got carpet bombed. The whole entire battalion got wiped out in one swoop. You know, as soon as Phil Spencer said, "Oh, it's only 4." Dead. It was over. It was carpet bombing. They got crushed, you know. So I'll give PlayStation one thing. You still have your diehards, but you also have your guys that are like, yeah, we're not gonna be fooled about this. So I'll say that much. So Noah's just one of the dudes that didn't believe. He's one of the diehards, man. He really thought that Halo wasn't coming to PlayStation, man. My man held the line though. He held the line. Now he's like, fuck it. If I'm miserable, we all miserable. Shout out to Noah. All right. Nix's Software. All right, here you go. Yeah, they loving the work they did. They got Xbox dev kits, and they're announcing, Helldivers deploys on Xbox Series X in 2 weeks. But if you look at the latest, there's like a little teaser trailer at the end. I'll just point it at the end right here. I ain't gonna show the whole video. But if you look at this teaser trailer at the end, you start seeing this is Halo right here. And this is the ODST. That's ODST, the orbital drop shot troopers. Boom. So pretty much a little teaser that the next, what they call it, war bonds? I think that's what they call it. War bonds in Helldivers. You're probably going to see ODST, outfits and weapons. I wouldn't be surprised if they start putting iconic Halo vehicles, like Warhogs and stuff like that. So stand by. It's in. They're all in,
Well, the Warhog is already on there.
Okay, yeah. So listen, man. It's Shangri-La. We reached Shangri-La. Everybody's happy. There's no enemies. We all friends here. Everybody, games are everywhere. Play what you want, play what you like. Just enjoy good old gaming. You ain't got to worry about competition between games. Who wants that? Nobody wants competition. We just want games everywhere. Play what you want. We're all friends here. We all family. Because in the club, we all fam. You know what I'm saying? In the club, we all fam. That's it. You're in chat. You understand? In the club, we all fam. You know what that means, Extreme?
No idea.
In the club, we all fam. Brother, in the club, we are all family. Are you racist? No, I'm just playing. In the club, we are family. Are you racist? That freeze frame right there. That freeze frame on Extreme right there. Oh, man. That's a good freeze frame right there.
That's bad.
Man.
Bad.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
What happened? Is that my camera or yours?
That's you. That's your camera. No, that is you. Everybody else is moving. I don't know, man. I mean, it's because you're overseas, so that's a lot of traveling.
Is this Australian internet?
It's a lot of traveling.
It's the ping.
The ping. It's not pinging. It's way too long to ping. But that image is stuck there. It is stuck. It's going nowhere.
It's gone. It's
hey,
just,
yo,
that's
SPR,
crazy.
Clip that. That's the next thumbnail. Clip that.
No, please don't do that. Don't
SPR,
do that.
where you at?
That's not good.
That's a future thumbnail in a way. All right. So Helldivers, 2 weeks away. Halo ODST. Here's my question. It's not on Game Pass. Is this intro Halo having stuff in it? how well do you think this game's gonna sell on Xbox? Do you think this will be a big hit on Xbox? Like 1 million sales? 2 million sales?
I think definitely that it's 1 million or 2, right?
Yeah, I think we should get 1 million.
You think
At least
Very
a
much get 1
million.
million.
At least.
I was thinking 3.
3 million.
Three.
Oh, so do you think this game will break the Game Pass mentality? Like, you have gamers like, oh, it's not on Game Pass, I'm not buying it. You think this is the type of game where the Xbox gamer is like, nah, fuck that. This is a shooter.
No.
I'm a big bro.
No.
You got Halo. I'm buying this game.
Nah.
This is the
I think there's enough
game.
people. I think there's enough people who still buy games on Xbox for them
Man, I
to
hope
buy
it.
it.
I'm gonna be honest. I may sound like a fanboy. I hope this game fucking bombs. Fuck Totoki. I hope he loses every fucking penny.
Hey, I'm right there with the fuck the Toki part. But
all right,
I don't think that this is gonna be the game to fail.
Fuck Totoki. I hope this game. But I hope I hope the only person who buys this game on Xbox is J-Dub. Right,
Wow.
That's it. That's it.
Oh man!
I hope Totoki sees like one fucking copy, and like it's the dude who bought the PC and the PlayStation version. So if it wasn't for him, we would have 0 sales. Like I fucking, I'm already getting clipped. Be like, oh, Porak the fanboy, mad that he wants games to fail.
Oh man!
Fuck Totoki. I'm going Tupac. Swear to God, if I had a train ticket to go to Tokyo,
man,
I'll be like Ice Cube. I'll be Ice Cube with a bat. I'll go up in the lobby. I'll be breaking all them platinum awards for God of War, 10 million sales. Fuck that. Bow. I'll be arrested. I'll be in a Japanese prison cell. You know what I'm saying? But in all seriousness, though, whatchamacallit, I think that game will go beyond the Game Pass mentality. I think because I think it's gonna do real good on Xbox. I think it's gonna be, and everybody's gonna enjoy.
I mean, again, I can say the writing was on the wall. I talked to a real good friend of mine today, and he was like, Craig, the name of your ship was called the Hammer of Dawn. He said the fact that was on that game already should have been kind of a breadcrumb. And I remember playing it one time with J-Dub, and he had was it a Warthog or whatever that vehicle is? I'm like, wait a minute, this is like the thing from Halo. And he was like, yeah, it is. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, it's going to be, will it sell well? I think it has a chance to do a good number. That's my opinion, though. We'll have to wait and see how it works out. When does it come out? Is it next week?
It's at the 26th.
26? Okay. Yeah,
26 or 29th. It could be 26 or 29th. I think 26.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It'll be interesting to see if it outsells Gears. It'd be interesting to see if it outsells Gears on PlayStation, because then Gears of War come out around the same time, give or take.
Good. Interesting. I think Gears will do fine on PlayStation because it hits an element that PlayStation gamers like, which is the third-person single player.
Yeah, good point.
I think that will hit.
I don't disagree.
I'm
Which
wondering.
Is it Reloaded?
Yeah, Reloaded.
Oh,
Reloaded, yeah. Or Reload, something like that.
Reload. Okay, I reloaded. So I think Gears will do fine. I'm questioning whether Halo will do fine on PlayStation. I don't know. I'm like 50-50. I'm like, I don't know if PlayStation, maybe not. I don't know. I know Gears. I think Gears will good because it has that single player, third person story, single player. So I know you'll have that crowd. They won't play the multiplayer, but they will play the single player. Right, third person, shooter. They got that. Yeah. And then you have the crowd that do both, and then you have the crowd that will play for the multiplayer. So I think that will be interesting and stuff. What else we got here?
Yeah,
we gonna see, right? So in the chat, I mean, you see my poll, Extreme? Did you vote?
Oh yeah. Who
you voted
for? Sony first party game. Listen, I'm all Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's who you voted for? So Horizon
broke through the horizon for so many other platforms.
That's always the icebreaker. Horizon's always the icebreaker. Exactly. Like, you can't really get mad at Alloy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get mad at her.
She's my girl, okay? So that's it. She just goes on new ground,
Everybody loves a redhead. Everybody loves a redhead.
Man.
She for the streets.
Hey, listen, PlayStation fans, when I made that video saying that this will be my last PlayStation, man, the sentiment has changed in the community. People were mocking back then. Y'all are nothing now. Hey, did they just give a Halo tease before they gave you like legendary PlayStation IP in their own game? Y'all are crazy. Y'all are insane. That's insane. That's insane.
Yo, we're the bad guys here. You know, me and you, we're the bad guys.
That's
Yo,
insane.
I want to know how we ended up bad guys for things Sony's doing. Like, this is crazy. We're just pointing out what Sony's doing, and we get the flack. Like, listen. This is their decision. This is what they're doing.
They gave you what? The only thing they gave was it Killzone? Like they gave the Hellgas mask.
Yeah, the Hellgas mask. They got the mask.
That's it. That's all we got. That's all we got from PlayStation IP. That's like they were like, yep, that's it. Let's go to your Xbox. We've done everything that was to do on PlayStation.
I honestly thought one of the big expansions would be, I mean, it still could be possible, was the Chimera from Resistance, having their own planet, and now you're fighting against the Chimera, because, you know, there's a lot of content there. A lot of weapons, a lot of stuff. I don't know. Yeah. So I thought, like, they still may do it, but I'm thinking, Chimera as a planet, the Chimera invasion. You know, there's a lot of good stuff. You know, right now, FU Puerto Rico's at 40%, 47%. At least Spider-Man's not that far behind, 32%. It's not that far behind, 32%. That's not bad. Everybody banking that. That's the game. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's only if Marvel says yes, because if they say no, Xbox are owned. Okay.
Hey, remember what was it last week? Last week people were saying that it was Arrowhead, and then Arrowhead came out and said it was PlayStation.
It was PlayStation. Why the fuck? They were taking the heat, and I was like, nah. Arrowhead said no. Man. Damn. I mean, we running.
Who owns the game? Who owns the game? Does Arrowhead own?
No, Sony owns the game.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's been my whole.
Sony. No, but they were blaming Arrowhead. Arrowhead's like, nah, don't look at it.
Sony say
from the beginning that this is a PlayStation thing. People were trying to stop and say like, Arrowhead, and we were like, wait, what the fuck? They own the IP. What the fuck do you think?
You all keep saying everybody. Did Sony say that, or did some stupid ass fanboy?
No, the lead developer of. So everybody's going after Arrowhead because Hellblade's on Xbox. So the lead developer says, no, you need to go to Sony. They made the decision. This was all them.
Correct.
The developer,
because they own the IP.
The developer's happy about it, but the decision and execution, that was all Sony. They said, hey, put this game on Xbox, and we're going to give you Nixes to get it on Xbox. And Helldiver's like, cool, this is great, awesome. But then everybody assumed this was an Arrowhead decision. And Arrowhead's like, no.
Arrowhead does not own the IP. Arrowhead does not own that IP.
Yeah.
Ryan, I know you want this to be somehow influenced by Arrowhead. Listen, just accept that Totoki is the enemy within. Okay? Just accept it. Just accept it.
Oh, man.
Just accept it. At the moment that mother came in the scene, we were like, the things he's saying aren't sounding too good.
Yo,
he came on the scene. Because remember, he first came and he was like, these studios know how to make games, but they don't know how to do business. And we were like, but that's fine. We like it this way.
We're thinking like efficiencies, maybe their budget's overblown. We're thinking of all this shit. No, that's not what he meant. That's not what he meant at all.
Exactly.
Yo, Extreme. You know how we wondered, damn, how does Phil Spencer get away with it with all the moves he's making, but they will hold him accountable and blame him and be like, it's your fault. Now I'm asking, how is Totoki getting away with this? How's he getting away with this?
People are attacking us.
Like, bro.
They're attacking us. That's crazy, isn't it?
We're catching more heat than Totoki. He's the one doing this, not us. If it's up to me, I would slap the shit out of him. Listen, if it was up to me, I would walk up to Gabe Newell and punch him in his face. I'd be like, I would have he would get an ass whooping, not games. He wouldn't get my games. He would get an ass whooping. If Gabe Newell's like, hey, put your games on Steam, I'd be like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of my face with that stupid shit. Bro, don't you ever say those words to me. Those are fighting words, bro. Yo, listen, we got a duel. Someone has to die. This is a duel. Saying those words, put your game on PC. Dueling, and this is the OK Corral. This is the showdown with Tombstone. Someone has to die saying those words. That's me.
Oh man, the OK Corral. Oh man,
you know? It's Totoki that's like, you can fuck my wife. It's him. It's not me. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Listen, I believe in loyal wives. I I'm loyal. You. No, I'm loyal. Y'all mad at me. Everybody's attacking me on Puerto Rock. You're against the fan base. Totoki is against the fan base. It's him. Don't blame me. Him. Unbelievable. I'm the bad guy on shit Totoki's doing. I think y'all racist. This is racist. They blame the Latino. That's what it is. This is Trump. This is MAGA shit. This is some MAGA shit.
I told my girlfriend, this is because I'm black. They just don't like black people like speaking up. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I say I'm leaving PlayStation. People calling me a corporate shield. I'm like, it's racism. What else is it? Because I say I'm leaving the corporation. You're calling me a shield for the corporation? Like, it's the blackness, the pigmentation. It affects the way you interpret my words. I'm telling you, it's the melanin. The melanin I cannot communicate to the people who are lacking. The melanin deficient. You know, like I even saw you. Wait, hold on. A few weeks ago, you posted a video where Alex was responding to me, and I'm like, Alex is having a video about me. The fuck? Why doesn't he just text me? Why doesn't he just contact me on the Twitters? You know, and be like, hey, Manuel, I have an issue with what you said. Let's go talk about it. But no, because I'm black, he doesn't want me on his show, and he misinterprets my words. Racism.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So stupid.
That's crazy.
Yo, they say I'm going through the Tim Dog, Lauren Fryer smoke. I'm like, bro, like the companies can never be held accountable. Like, I don't understand. They can't. Oh shit, this is crazy. Here we go. Glassdoor Gamer. Petty. Sony didn't even include Xbox logo on HD2 ad. Okay. Yes. I mean, games on Xbox. Like, this is talking logos. Gordo P23. Helldivers 2 won't break 1 million in a month, and I'm willing to bet on that. Oh shit.
Oh,
man.
Wow.
My man Gordo standing on business. He's standing on business. He's like, this shit ain't selling millions. These guys too broke. They got no money. They got no money over there. Oh shit.
Listen, Gordo, use your big bucks to go talk to some Sony, board, like members of the board, and get Totoki fired so we can get this shit back on track. The sooner we get Totoki out, the less damage you can do. You guys need to just focus on that.
Man, like I put on Twitter a picture of Totoki, and I put asshole of the gen. The amount of people in the comment section that defended him is very telling. I'm like, wow.
Oh man.
Even me talking shit about Totoki upsets people. That is crazy. Like, most people be like, whatever. Nope. They jumped in the comments. Some people agreed. They're like, fuck that dude. But other people defending him? Wow. Defending Totoki.
Yeah, you think those are PlayStation fans though? Are they Xbox
I don't
fans
know.
pretending? Because sometimes
I don't know.
Invade.
I hope it's that. I hope it's like the feds. You know, the saying, oh, it's the fake, it's the feds. They're CIA. It's CIA ops. I hope it's CIA. I hope it's a CIA agent, infiltrating. I hope it's that, because God help it's if it's an actual PlayStation dude defending Totoki. Like, that shit is wild. Like, you can't even talk shit about Totoki without somebody getting upset. That shit is crazy. Machine XP. Here is how I see it going down. All these games are getting ported to Xbox and Switch 2 and gonna line them up with transmedia releases. Okay. All right. And then Glassdoor Gamer says, Xbox era said earlier this month, Microsoft went to Sony for Helldivers 2. Now we have the Halo drop, and October's supposed to have a new Halo announcement, PS5. But it's not. It's probably going to be a remaster because the new game's not ready. The new Halo on Unreal Engine 5, that's like 4 years out minimum. So it's probably a Halo remaster. The original Halo trilogy, remastering the Halo trilogy, even 1 by 1 is good, because those were the good Halos. Those Halos were great. 1, 2, and 3 were good. Yeah, that and good Halo. Even Reach was good.
And then
Reach was good. 4 is when it going downhill. 4 is when you it was good, but that's when you notice it's like, oh, okay, we see the direction this is going. Jenna Hayes, Craig, didn't you say you tried Sarah Bond's Game Pass fried chicken bucket meal? What?
Indeed. I went and supported Tyson's today at the grocery store, to support Sarah Bond. Shout out to the wonderful, beautiful Sarah Bond. I'm gonna bake some chicken tomorrow afternoon. Tyson's chicken. Shout out to Sarah.
How
Bond.
did Bonds?
How
How
have to do with Sarah Bond? How did you?
So-
She's on the
shout out
board,
Sarah
man.
Bond?
bro?
to,
You didn't
I'm gonna
notice
make
Twitter.
chicken.
You didn't notice Twitter,
She's
bro.
on the board.
PlayStation gamers are talking that Sarah Bond is now part of the board of directors for Tyson Chicken. Apparently, that's a gaming combo.
That's what I heard too.
It's a gaming company.
No,
It's
it's
about
gaming.
food.
No,
It's
Tyson.
not
You
about-
ever heard of
it's not
Tyson?
about gaming.
Tyson Chicken.
It's chicken.
You ever heard of Tyson Chicken?
Chicken nuggets.
No.
It's a company in America.
Oh, it might
I don't
not
know
be
if,
out there.
and it may not
Oh,
be
in
out there, but in
America.
America, there's a brand of chicken. You buy chicken, thighs, breast, whatever, but the company's called Tyson. She is now
Right.
part of the board of
Chicken
directors for
tenders.
that company. So
Yeah.
all it is
Oh.
is
Strip, chicken strip.
but the thing, but all it is she's a board of director now on the Tyson Chicken, and apparently, that's what PlayStation gamers want to talk about.
Yeah. So the console war is over, so they out here talking about a black woman factory. So, I mean, it's I don't that's how bad it is for some people.
They stalking this woman
Yeah.
now. This word
Yeah,
she
now they're
can't work
stalking
anywhere
her.
else without somebody stalking her. That's like okay,
Yeah.
so some CEOs are CEOs or at least boarded like there. You got CEOs or you got people in important positions, whether it's CEO or whatever. They work for one company, but they also are like a board of director or shareholder in other companies. That's how the rich get rich.
Yeah.
She grinding.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to
So-
chasing the bag. So as the kids would say.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not complaining. And their stock today is at it's actually down. It's at $56.44. I may try to go ahead
It's
and grab a
racism.
couple.
Tyson,
They saw a black
Tyson
person
chicken
on the board, and they
Tyson-
were like, "Nope."
Oh,
Yeah, but it's a
man,
strong
here we
body
go. Here we
bullish
go.
on it.
Here we go. Extreme is like
Yep. It's racism.
racist.
I'm telling you.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
No, she brought.
crazy, man.
No, what happened was she brought the Xbox stench to Tyson Chicken.
Oh, okay.
She trying to sell
Free Game
chicken.
Pass for Dino Nuggets.
She's trying to sell chicken on a subscription service. For $10 a month, you get a bag of wings, a 6-pack of thighs, and 2 chicken breasts.
Yeah.
The Tyson Pass. Chicken Pass. That's what she's trying to push. She's trying to push poultry pass is the way of the future. You know what I'm saying? Don't buy chicken a la carte. Buy it on the subscription service. It'll get shipped straight to your house.
Yeah.
Poultry Pass. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she's trying to do. A poultry pass. Oh shit. To finish on this thing. How did Bond's chicken taste? Pause.
I'm not. Oh man. I'll know tomorrow afternoon when I bake some. So yeah.
Jenna, I am not saying the last part because that sounds. I don't know. I'm just not saying that last part. I'm like, hey, Craig, can you say the last part of Jenna's tweet?
Hold on, let me come over there.
I'm not saying that.
Shout out to Jenna Hayes. I don't see where she wrote it.
It's the last.
Where is it at?
Come on. Yeah, I'm not saying that part.
I see silver.
It's,
I see.
yeah, just scroll up. It says she's the
I don't
last.
see it.
She's the last super chat when you scroll up. So just keep scrolling up.
Okay.
You'll see it.
All right.
I'm not saying that. Me saying it may not sound as extreme. You see it? You
It
can say it.
Oh no! Oh man!
I'm not saying that.
Mac and cheese,
I'm not
so I
saying
don't
that.
get it.
Extreme. Can you,
I don't
I'm
get
not
it.
saying that part.
I don't know what this is about.
I'm not saying that.
Bruh.
I
I'm not
don't have
saying
the
that.
context. Sean, you say it. I
Sean,
don't
you
want to
say
be.
it. Sean, you can say it.
You want
I'm
me to
not
take
saying
this
it.
from you, bro? You want me to
Listen,
take
I
it?
got listen,
I'll
listen.
take
I
it.
got listen. My mom is
Oh,
Afro
man.
Latina. My mom's Afro Latina. So I got African black ancestry as part of my culture. But
I
that's not
always
giving
knew
me the
there was
right.
something good about
But
you. I always knew there was
that's
something good
yeah.
about you. That's what it is.
Oh, you never seen the
It's
picture
the
of my
fact that
family
we
there?
made the plantain and you took it over there. It was your mom that took it. Now we know. It was either your mom or your
man.
grandma.
It was my family. They took it
Yeah,
from
it was your family. It was your
Shit.
family that took it over there.
Yeah.
It's
But
okay.
anyways,
We share ownership. We share ownership.
I
It's
said
fine.
we agreed because we agreed
We
where it
agreed,
came
we agreed.
from.
The
We're not going
agreement
to
still
tell
stands.
people,
We
hey,
still
don't
stand.
look into
Yeah.
it. Plantains came from
Don't look
Africa and the
into it.
Caribbean. That's it.
Exactly.
Trust us.
At the
Trust
same
us.
time,
Yeah.
you know how
At the
people
same
develop the
time.
same idea across continents? Yeah, both of our lands develop plantain at the same time. It's amazing. Work of nature.
It's amazing. Don't trust
it's like
us.
how there are polar bears and Arctic bears and are all bears at the same time, different places, same time. That's how we did plantain.
Just trust us. Trust the plan.
Intercontinental miracle. It's crazy.
So is anybody gonna read the last part? Craig, you read it. Just say it.
I just read it.
Just say it. It's Jenna Hayes.
So they got black folks mac and cheese. Oh.
Yo, your mic is cutting out.
Oh man.
Your microphone is putting a Podorock mic today. Hey, Podorock, did you send him your cables?
I switched out. I switched out the setup.
Is that better?
I switched out the setup. I switched the setup.
Is that better? Is that better?
So.
Oh, just All right. Yeah, it just says it. They're gonna have black folks mac and cheese.
Your Silver Wolf. Plantain came from Africa and the Caribbean at the same time.
Yeah, they're gonna have jerk chicken there. Oh man.
Oh man, yo, Jenna, I know you cool, but I cannot say that. Jenna trying to set me up. I'm like, wait a minute, trying to make me look like, but I'm reading, and then when I'm like, wait a minute. Luckily, I speed read. Like I could read words ahead before I say it, and I'm like, ooh, not saying that. Yeah, that's not gonna come out right. You're not gonna hem me up with that one. So Craig said it. Shout out. Jenna, you won wild. You're a wild one for that one. Oh shit.
Hey, listen, hold on. Technically, since she's on the board of this Tyson Foods business, right?
Oh shit, this became a chicken podcast.
She is an executive at Xbox. Does that mean that everybody that eats that chicken is now a monthly active user?
Oh man.
Oh man. While it's alive. It's alive.
Listen. The next Microsoft reports about to report 200 million customers.
All right, this is gonna make this is gonna make Extreme very happy.
Did you fire Totoki?
No, not that happy, but not that happy, but happy enough. So this is a picture of my mom and my mother's side of the family. And they're all Puerto Rican.
Yes.
So my grandfather's in a wheelchair, Puerto Rican. My mom is the one in the blue right here. So you see, the one in the blue and the white standing, the one in the blue is my mom, the one in the white, and the one in the black that's down. Those are my aunts. In the back are my two uncles. They're all brothers and sisters.
Fantastic.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a rock family right there.
That's a hard-working family.
For real.
And then
back then they were Afro rock. They were Afro rock.
Afro rock, right? Afro rock, right? No, but then my dad's side of the family, also from Puerto Rico, light skin, light eyes. Like you put them together, you're like, what the fuck mix is this? Like, like. My dad has like light hazel eyes, like his skin is like pale white. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. But then the moment he opened his mouth, you notice he's not a white guy. You're like, wait a minute. Like, you know how many times? You know how many times I walk down the street with my dad, right? Because we live in the where I grew up. It was pretty mixed culture. You have Puerto Ricans, Polish people, and Italians, whatever, right? So when my dad walked down the street, me and him, you have like Polish people like approach him, start talking Polish because you would think he's Polish. He's that light. And my dad would talk Spanish, like, mira, yo no hablo ese lenguaje. Like, then they're looking at him like, what the fuck? Like, they're shocked. Like they don't understand. Like, the language don't match the skin. Like, what is going on? They're looking at him like, something's not right.
Wait, but hold on. Don't you speak Spanish?
He sweats.
I speak Spanish. Yeah, I speak Spanish. I'm talking
That's
about the people.
White person's language.
No, wow.
Wasn't your dad speaking another European language to them?
No, so compared to a Polish person, they thought he was Polish. They approach him speaking Polish, thinking he's gonna respond in Polish. He responded in Spanish, and they're shocked.
Would be funny. I bet you some of those people were like, "Hey, he learned the native's language," not realizing that it's another European.
Yeah,
That is crazy, man.
I mean, Spanish is a European language, right? But some of our words and dialect on the island, but for the most part, you know how it is, right? Listen, let's be honest. They don't look at us Spanish people as Europeans here in America. Let's be honest. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
They don't look at you Spanish people in America. They look at actual Spaniards as Americans, though. Isn't that crazy?
Not even. The moment, even a Spaniard from Europe comes to America, the moment they open
you
their
think
mouth...
a white Spanish person won't be seen as American?
Okay, the moment they open their mouth, they be like, oh, what part of Mexico you from?
Oh, they just shut up.
They have to stay quiet. Don't open your mouth. Just stay quiet.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
You know, that's what, just like, just.
Listen, Trump would let that person through the border before you. I remember. I'm a Marine. What the hell?
You don't understand. I had this friend. Let me tell you a story. This is because that joke I said actually happened. So I had two friends, right? But one was black, one was Colombian. So we were. This was where I was stationed in New York. So my friend, who got attached to us, he arrived, on station. He's in his uniform, whatever. He's Colombian, thick accent, whatever. He shows up. I'm like, oh shit, I'm like, oh snap, I haven't seen them in a while. I'm like, oh shit, you're with us now? What's up? And then I'm introducing him around, right? So my other buddy, right, he's from Florida, but like the southern Florida. Cool as shit. One of the best people you'll get to know. One of the great, he actually signed me up for college without my permission. He's that type of guy.
Oh, wow.
He just signed me up for college. Like, I had to go to college because he signed me up. Just out of the blue. That's a separate story. Good dude, though. Love him. But anyway, so my friend is Quadros. That was his last name, Quadros, right? And my other friend is Walker. So I'm like, hey, yo, Quadros, let me introduce you, Walker Quadros, whatever. And Quadros has his thick accent, whatever. And he's like, hey, what's going on, man? He goes, you're Latino? Where are you from? And he goes, oh, I'm Colombian, man. And Walker goes, oh, what part of Mexico is that? He goes, are you Quadros is like, he's looking at me like, is he fucking kidding me, man? Yo. Laughing. Oh, my God. And Walker's like, oh, I was dying. I'm like, Walker, bro. Colombia's his own country. He's like, man, I don't know that shit. Yo. Oh, I was dying. Oh my God, when he said that. Yo, lost it. He's like, what part of Mexico is that? Yo, I died laughing.
You just be Southern Mexico.
Fucking died, bro. Oh my God, that shit was funny. Oh my God, that shit was funny. Quadros looking at me like it was my fault. He's like, are you fucking kidding me, man? I'm like, Quadros, man. Florida education, bro. What you gonna tell you? Yo. Oh man. All right. Next topic, real quick. EA. So apparently, these cats, BioWare, they wanted to make a remake and remaster the Dragon Age franchise, right? They think by remaking them, it'll be easy money to print, right? Because a lot of remake is like really easy to do and a little bit more better margin, whatever. And they figure with the past success of the franchise already being established, they could probably reinvigorate the Dragon Age franchise again for the future. And EA's like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, Chief. We don't believe in remasters anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They said no. EA does not want remasters. And what it sounds like, they don't want to remaster nothing anymore. Like, they're done with remasters and remakes. And with recent news, they canceled. What? Dead Space? Dead Space?
Dead Space was good.
But that one was well received.
They don't.
Dead Space was good. That's why I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I bought it. I played it. I beat it. Nah. It seems like EA is no longer into the remake business. And I'll be honest. Didn't they cancel? Was Black Panther under them?
Yeah, I think.
And they canceled it.
I think so.
They canceled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they canceled.
I think it was
Black
EA.
Panther. Yeah. So it's like, it's like, I don't know, man. It just seems like it's getting really hard to see single player games getting made. It's like, holy shit. Like, they're really, right now the big thing is Battlefield 6. That's the big thing, which rightfully so. But man, I'm like, I don't know. Like, would it have been a good idea to remaster Dragon Age? because that was a PS3 360 game, right? Dragon Age Origin, that was the first one.
Remaster? No.
Remake?
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Remake, yes. Because Dragon Age, I'm sorry, but Dragon Age Origins, it is a remake. The mechanics just wouldn't work in today's environment. I'm not saying that bad mechanics, by the way. They were
Just for
always
his
way
time.
closer to the PC. Yeah, they're just a product of its time. And if you remastered it, nah. People at best you have to turn it into something like a Baldur's Gate kind of like UI and everything like that. But Dragon Age Origins deserves a really deep remake. Dragon Age 2 should never be remade, ever, or remastered. And you know I love remasters or remakes. Let that one die.
That's the exception? That's the exception.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, people, that's an exception. I still believe.
If Extreme is saying, no, do not remake or remaster, it is bad. Because he believes, he believes in remaking the remaster and then remaster the remake. That's him.
Thank you so much.
Him.
You got that right.
That is him.
Thank you so much.
Remaster the game and then remake the remaster and then remaster the remake. He's all about that.
Oh wow.
No one.
The Last of Us 2 remaster deserves a remake.
Yes. And The Last of Us 2 remake deserves a remaster. After we get rid of Totoki.
She's like, what type of fucking shit is this? Oh, so I don't know.
So
man.
when I say Dragon Age 2 should not be remade, trust. It was shit.
Yo. And I bring this up because no one's talking about that. So it's like gamers didn't care. Gamers didn't care. There was no outrage. There was like, no, that's bullshit, EA. Give me a Dragon, at least Orange, because that's an old game. Nope. They just like, I don't know.
Okay.
I feel sad. I feel like single player games is fighting for its life. These goddamn live service games. I'm so sick of this, bro. I don't know. It's like single player games are fighting for its life, bro. Like was Wonder Woman got canceled, Black Panther got canceled. Like fuck. Like,
I mean, listen. Can I just say, in EA's defense, which is a crazy phrase for me to say, but I'm sorry, but gamers vote with their wallets all the time, and
that's like you say in France's defense.
I know, right? I know. It's like, it sounds weird. The syllables disgust me as they leave my mouth. Yeah. It's crazy, you know. But here's the thing: like gamers, I'm sorry, but people vote with their wallets. Like when one FIFA by itself makes like billions of dollars off of microtransactions alone, after having a $70 box price, it's ridiculous. Right. And even with PlayStation, you know, like the other day, you know, the moment I knew that PlayStation gamers were not going to do anything about this thing is when Sony released their financials, and between 3 games, I think it was MLB The Show, Helldivers 2, and one more, Destiny 2. Between just those 3 games, they made 40% of the PlayStation first-party revenue. 40% of first-party revenue. That's insane. Just those 3 live service games. What do you want? What do you want to do? Like, this is what people want, you know. Like for so long, I've been personally against microtransactions, especially the ones that are micro, like the $25 weapon skins, the $20 character skins or whatever. All of those things, you know, the things where you could literally buy yourself. By the time you pay, for example, let's say that you wanted to buy every skin in Valorant or every skin in Fortnite, you could literally buy hundreds of games by the time that you're through with the monetary cost of that. You know? Facts. But that's what people spend the money on. And it's like, what do you want these companies to do? You're literally signaling them. Why would EA bother with a Dragon Age Origins remaster or remake? Let's even say that it's super successful and it sells 10 million copies. In the same time that it took them to develop this game, FIFA by itself would have made like $5 billion in microtransactions alone. So why wouldn't they just put the resources towards that? Like, as a gamer, I want the remaster and the remake of legendary games. Of course I do. But as a business person, especially if I'm EA, I wouldn't be giving you this. You know? So it's like, unless I find a way to sell you skins in that game, why would I give that to you? You have clearly spoken that you will clearly give me more money for doing something that is easier, that is lazier, and that, quite frankly, I can just rinse and repeat every single year. So why would I bother giving you something that is harder for me to do? You will only play some of it. And most of you that even buy it, only like 10% of you are even going to see the end of it, because Dragon Age Origins is such a long fucking game anyway. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Gamers are disappointing.
I agree. So there was I gotta leave soon. I gotta pick up my car. But real quick, on Twitter, there's a guy. He spent $32,000 on NBA 2K.
Oh wow!
$32,000 on just the transactions and the VC coins in
That
one
is
season.
crazy.
Not lifetime of playing 2K. 1 year, $32,000. Him by himself. Like, how many copies of games of that is that? Single player games is that?
Yeah, a lot.
You know,
assuming
like,
that 50, assuming that
like
$50,
that's like 5,000 copies of a single player game at $70. He himself matched the equivalent of 5,000 game sales in one game. And it's all skins, so it's not even like the development is even equivalent to that. That shit is wild.
So 32,000 divided by 70 is 450 ish.
That's crazy, right?
Look at about 450 different games, you know. Like, so that is crazy.
That shit is wild, bro.
In 1 year.
Oh, okay. So Noah Osborne, Nix's was the best acquisition for PlayStation. Man, you better stop trolling. Stop trolling my timeline. You know, we're a wholesome podcast. Spice King. In that case, Xbox now has billions of MAEs, monthly active eaters, because I'm pretty sure Tyson is the supplier for McDonald's.
Hey, listen, man, pump them numbers.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, man, Poultry Pass. That's gonna be the future. Jenna Hayes, Mac. You want to read that? Extreme.
Yo, what did I do now?
I need Sean King.
Jenna Hayes again?
Listen, I'm not reading Jenna Hayes' tweet.
Is it Jenna Hayes again?
Yes.
What is the donation?
It says black folks make mac and cheese and potato salad different. It tastes amazing, trust me. Sarah Bond is part of Tyson because she gets it away from Phil. Listen, I don't even know what you guys like about mac and cheese. That's just disgusting. But hey, y'all do you.
It's just like,
oh man.
So says Mr. Rum Raisin. Man, if you don't stop, this guy don't even like mac and cheese.
Mr. Rum Raisin.
All right. And then finally, Glinzer. EA said no to remasters, then make sequels. Give us new Fight Night, SSX, NBA Street Burnout, Dante's Inferno, etc. We're not getting those, Glinzer.
Same issue I just mentioned. Same issue I just mentioned.
Yes, I wish.
Talking about that guy that spent $32,000 in a year on just VC bucks. If you went to that guy and say, "Hey, just buy Clear Obscure for $50," he'll tell you straight expensive.
He'll say no. He'll be like, "Get out of here."
Yeah, exactly. You know, so and listen, you know, while he's extreme, while he's a whale, most gamers are voting for that. Most gamers will spend more on a year on those kind of bullshit microtransactions than they will on actual game titles.
That is the extreme version. But if you want to say nominally, I would say I would not be surprised. On average, maybe $300, which is a lot. Yeah. Which is a lot to dedicate to a game. And that doesn't, it may not seem a lot to them, but I guarantee with the amount of coins and stuff and to do all those things, whether it's a Madden, Fortnite, $300 is not a lot for them. But when you think about it, that's like 3-4 games. The equivalent of selling 3-4 games per user. You know? So $300 per user, that's the equivalent of selling 3-4 games. So why would you make games when you get the equivalent? And the thing is, it's cheaper production because it's just skins. It's not $100 million production that they're selling. You know what I mean? They sell the game that's $100 million production, but the consistent stuff that they sell, it's pennies. It's nothing.
Actually, can we just
it's
say
cosmetics.
most of the
They
games
just
are not
changed the
$100 million
color.
production.
They just changed the color
they
of the
just
item.
update the squads. They just update the squads.
You
and
know
then
what?
That's
true. It's true. It's probably not. It's probably the games probably don't even cost $100 million anymore. Maybe initially at
Only
one point
about
it
every
did,
5 years
but
do
they just
try to change things.
Yeah, maybe every 6 years they spend up to $100 million, but most time it's probably $20 million, and they're just making hand over fist. That even when it seems like it's failed, because somebody mentioned they think EA Sports is not doing good this year. Even in a year where it doesn't seem like they're doing good, they're doing phenomenal because they're not spending a lot on the game itself, and then you got gamers spending $300, $400, $500, $600, and then those outliers who spend $10,000, $5,000, $7,000. It prints money for low effort.
Yes.
Yep.
In fact, the actual, let's say like in the case of the NFL, they're doing more work than the games because the game, they're just waiting for the NFL to do with the trades, where the players are playing, who's starting. Once all that decision's made, the game's like, all right, here you go. So NFL's doing more work than the actual game developers.
And I mean, listen, for the sports games, I'm going to talk about, EAFC specifically because that's the one that I play. A lot of the times you have the same animations, the same stadiums, things aren't updated. Sometimes even the flags in the game will be the previous game's flags because they'll be like EAFC 2024 and you're playing 2025. So those are the things. EAFC 2025, by the way, garbage product. Absolute garbage product. But people still pay for it. People still buy things in it. And
it's
that's
the only
the thing.
soccer game around. It's either that or don't play soccer for a whole year.
Yeah. And people do not, people don't stand on business. Like, you look at games like Valorant, they will sell you like $35, $50 weapon skins. Like, you're like, yo, who makes this possible? It's the gamers. You take a look at, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Some of those skins sell real-world money for like thousands of dollars. And it's like, it's a virtual item skin in the game. But people put all of this money into it. And I'm sorry, but it's just like, when I see something like a Clear Obscure, come out, be one of the best games of the generation, right? Definitely. And that shit sells at 3 million copies. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Great for them. But then, like, a skin in a random ass game. Like, I said this, for example. If they took the Clear Obscure Lune, the character skin, and they put that skin in Fortnite, that skin by itself will outsell all of the money that the game made. Literally. That will be it. They take a character from this game, and that character in Fortnite will bring in more revenue than the entire actual game. Because she's an attractive character, it's a really cool skin. They put that shit in Fortnite, it will make more money than the game itself.
That's crazy.
That's why gamers are. And it's just like, what are we doing here? And then you just ask for more. And I'm like, yo, you're not getting more. And listen, this whole live service thing, PlayStation is going to stop doing it. When 3 games gives them 40% of their own first-party revenue, that means that if they get a 4th game, like if Marathon were to hit, I'm not saying that it will, because we also what we got. But if it were to hit, like Destiny 2 hit, it will be like 70% of first-party revenue.
It will completely take over. It will completely take over the first part. It will take over the first part division.
You're talking about the death of single player games for PlayStation as well. Because with Totoki in charge, there is no defense for artistry. Like, this guy's gonna be like, the fuck? What, we can spend $300 million to sell 20 million copies? Oh yeah, but I can listen 5 skins. Okay, I can do a gear skin in Helldivers 2. And I'm going to sell just as much. I'm going to make just as much revenue as that.
That's true.
All right, I got to keep going. So let me read the super chats because I got to be out of here. So we got it's Chill Will. Shout out to Chill Will. He says, I wasn't going to put FP Rock on the poll. That's the fun part. But he says, I wasn't going to put FP Rock on the poll, but I think Nix's is going straight to a Yotai PC port after Tsushima PC port sold 2 million. That is possible, right? Here we go. Hopefully they do that. Mali says, M is too big to not like mac and cheese.
Yo, listen, I acquired this with elegance. I acquired this with elegance. Mac and cheese is not elegant. The fuck? I have lamb steak over here. What do you mean? I work hard for this. Putting bad things on my name.
He said, you too big not to like mac and cheese. Yo, man, he's you're a fool. This chat is a fool. And then finally, John Baptiste, thank you for the super chat, says, I just rolled the credits.
Ice cream to help me.
Yeah. I just rolled the credits on the new Mafia game and I love it. I truly believe that Extreme is dating a snow bunny with all those raisins talk he probably puts in his salad.
That would be a waste of raisins. That would be a waste of raisins.
He said you're dating
and
a white
listen,
girl
John Baptiste,
you putting your raisins
I
in
would
salad.
never date a snow bunny. Okay,
He says you are.
African
You're
women
classic.
exist, and African women are beautiful.
Yeah,
The blacker the berry,
Sweeter the juice.
you know. There you go. There you go.
I gotta hell out because I have my car in a repair shop and I gotta pick it up and my ride is here. But anyway, Extreme, love you, guy. You take care, Sean. Thank you for rocking out with me. Beautiful plaque. Hope I could earn that one day. To everybody else, thank you so much for rocking out. Yeah, right. I ain't getting that shit. Everybody hates me. You know, they love Totoki, they hate me. But anyway, your only friend is User Streets Porter Rock 77. This Friday will be Disagreement Day, so I will check you guys out there Friday, 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget membership options, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. But thank you so much just for showing up and enjoying the content. You guys take care. Peace.